Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials closed down 27. We had the Nasdaq down 18. S&P's up about 2.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Thursday at 20 past the second hour. Don't forget, folks, Basil has an outstanding show here every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter. He has the opening call. Now, the way you can get the opening call is you come over to our website at TFNN. You're gonna, as soon as you get to the front page, you're going to go into featured content. You're going to see the opening call. You just basically hit that. Bottom line, you can subscribe right here, right now. And what's so cool about doing this right now, folks, is that next Tuesday night, from 5 to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, Basil is going to be doing a workshop for his subscribers. Bottom line, you can be a subscriber right now. You hit that subscribe button. You can subscribe for a month, 6 months, a year. All of them come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, folks. You have nothing to lose, everything to gain. If you're a subscriber, you're going to be into this workshop. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, is going to be with us and tell us what this workshop is going to be all about. You staying warm up there? What's it like?
It's not too bad. Can't complain yet. Well, you'll hear me complaining soon enough, but right now it's not bad.
That's great, man. That's good news. That's good news.
Yes.
So, here, can we talk a little bit about the workshop, and then we can talk about the market?
This is an interesting time because we've got, when I try to plan these workshops, at the back of my mind is I'm looking at my cycle dates, I'm looking at what might affect the market, what impact the market strongly, what perhaps could change the trend. And when I was talking about to Tommy about this particular date, the 4th of December, I had other things in mind, and then out of the blue, what have you got? You've got a whole weekend worth of tremendous news.
Yes.
So the timing for this is really good in the sense that we just had yesterday, in a way, I'm looking at yesterday like it was the midterm. You remember midterm, the Tuesday night, the results come out. Next day, an explosive move to the upside, followed with a nominal new recovery high the following day to 26,277.
Okay.
And then there was the pullback, very sharp pullback. Didn't take out the left side low in the Dow, did in the Nasdaq. And here I am, and you can see there's a little pattern that I've drawn in here that looks like a lowercase h that goes to a lowercase m. So the timing of this is really good because yesterday gave me a sense of what's working to the upside, what could be quite explosive if the market goes higher, and what is lagging and should continue to lag. So the timing of this for the actual workshop, which is called What's Next for the Market, is really perfect in the sense that over the next, 5 days or so, 3 or 4 market days, we're looking at the chance of being able to see which stocks, like those FANG stocks that got slammed to the downside for the very first time. Some of them had the biggest declines that they've had in years.
Yes.
So which ones are able to recover, which might need much more time. So I'm already building up the list. I've already started making some changes to the preparation of the webinar. I'm going to be looking at, within the context of the markets, what levels. Just make it real simple for subscribers. These are the levels of the Dow that you've got to look at for support. These are the levels that if it breaks above that, you can see there's a trend line right here, closing the 26,000 level by next week sometime. Would be a positive. Doesn't mean to say everything's over, but it would be a positive and say you've now established some kind of a base. And that's the way I'm going to do it. The S&P, where the support levels, where the breakout. IWM, Russell 2000, same thing. The QQQ, the NDX 100, and also XLK. I'm going to go into other areas, semiconductors, and we're going to go through each sector individually and say, what are the best stocks? For instance, we bought a stock on Monday at the opening, and this has been on everybody's talking list for I don't know how long. Square Inc. It's a point-of-sale software.
Okay.
They manage receipts. Well, I mean, everywhere you go, if you're at a flea market or anywhere outdoors, you'll see someone using something like Square. Most of the time it is Square. So look what happens. It gets cut in half. From October at 101, it comes down to, a week ago, 55.37. Is this ready for a new move? We were lucky we got in long, so we've got about a 9% profit. But is this really ready to break out to the upside? Those are the things I'm going to discuss. What stocks are we starting to build a list of from subscribers? What do we want to add to? What appears to be under the radar? There are a couple of stocks I mentioned this morning that are under the radar, going to almost all new time highs. Today one of them made a new time high, and the other one acted really well. So you can't be afraid of what's acting well, and you can't be afraid of what's acting terribly if you're selective, and that's what we're going to try to do. So it's really timely for subscribers. It isn't like a one-day event. This is going to be ongoing. We're already starting in the next from today and tomorrow. We've already begun to try to build some kind of a idea of a portfolio for the next phase. So it's timely in that regard, but even more importantly, we're looking at it as if to say, in longer term portfolios, is this going to be the time where you want to start adding to those mutual funds or whatever you have, and just as a longer term potential, or is this where you still want to be very cautious? Those are the things we're going to tackle. So it's going to be as pragmatic as possible and as functional as possible. I'm really looking forward to it, because by Sunday night, we can have a tremendous amount of evidence going into Monday.
Yeah,
Monday's the end of the month.
Lots of information, end of the month. You get the G20 happening. You've already had the Fed out there, so it's going to be pretty cool.
Maybe China and U.S. get to discuss things. Who knows? Yeah.
Yep. And now, folks, on top of this, now this is going to be pretty cool. So this one here is for subscribers. You can be a subscriber right now. Just come over and subscribe. 6 months a year, all with 30-day money-back guarantee. Now, Basil is also going to be doing a separate bottom line all-day workshop. Now, this all-day workshop, you go into services, and what you're going to see is our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Just pull it up right there under services. He's going to be doing an all-day two-part webinar. Now, this is going to be on December 14th. That's going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning, go to noon. Take a break, then go from 1 to 4 p.m., and then he's going to be wrapping up, well, actually 1 to 4:30, because he's going to wrap up. Let's talk a little bit about this, Basil.
So what we're going to be doing is we're going to look at specific chart formations. We're going to start in the morning. We're going to use the morning to study from my CD, introducing the Chapman Wave methodology, all those different techniques that I like to talk about. We're going to go through them very specifically. We're going to see how you can add the moving average, convergence, divergence, the stochastic, channel lines. Look at this channel line in square. If it goes above 74, it's starting to break out. These are the things we're going to discuss. But what's really important is we're going to practice them all morning, and then in the afternoon we're going to put them into action live with a chart. So I like to look at time frames. A 2-minute time frame could be daily, a 5-minute could be weekly, and a 10-minute could be monthly. And that's the same thing you're seeing right here, how the daily goes to the weekly to the monthly. And you could do it as short-term trading or longer-term trading. I'm going to be showing some new techniques that I developed over the last 2 years. This is really going to be exciting for me, because I did one a year ago. People are still telling me that they use that information all the time, and now I've added to that collection of techniques. So it's going to be really, I'm so looking forward. I haven't done a whole day webinar in quite a while. It's very exciting.
This workshop here, folks, you don't have to be a subscriber. The workshop is $495. Check it out. If you like this one, you go into services. You'll see our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, there. Check out how extensive it is. And, of course, don't forget to check out Basil Chapman every trading day right here, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Basil, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Tom. You too.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.